Welcome back to Summit Sunrise. I'm here with Scott from Wilderness Sports. They're in Frisco and in Dillon. And today we're talking about gear that will keep you safe in the backcountry, which has been such a hot topic this winter.
I mean, it's been on the national news nonstop. So we obviously have a lot of people coming into the shop, calling the shop, asking about what the different types of gear that they're seeing on TV. So we just brought a couple of those pieces today to kind of show you guys what they are, give you some ideas of price points, and talk a little bit about how they're used.
Nice. All right. Well, let's jump into it.
All right.
Let's talk about this first, because this is the stuff that's going to save your life.
Yeah. There's kind of, if you're going to go out in the backcountry, you're going to go, basically off a well-established, Forest Service trail, and you're going to go up on anything with any sort of a pitch in the backcountry. The first thing you need to do is make sure you're not alone. The second thing you need to do is make sure that yourself, as well as everybody in your group, has a beacon, probe, and shovel.
Yeah.
So this is just an example of a beacon. This is a Tracker 2 from BCA. We sell beacons from Ortovox, Peeps, BCA, and Mammut, actually. All the major manufacturers. We sell them based on easy use and basically try and sell them to the consumer that we're selling it to. If it's somebody that's kind of a recreational user, they want it to be safe. This is what we sell more of than anything else. Very simple to use, highly reliable, and it's all about speed when you get in that avalanche. You can have 10,000 functions on that beacon, but when the time comes, hopefully you never have to use it. You want to be able to use it and be comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And then rule number one with the beacon is practice, 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 practice. Bury stuff in the yard, play games with your kids, play games with your friends, whatever it might be, but practice.
Yeah, that's a good advice. And then we always talk about, the gear that you have to have that you don't want to use,
right?
But you have to have it for in any case when stuff is happening in the backcountry.
That's exactly right. And so when you go out, a lot of people know this up here in the county, but not necessarily, weekenders, or I suppose even some people in the county may not be aware. There's a lot of backpacks that are specifically designed for winter use. So this is a Black Diamond Outlaw. This backpack actually has an Avalon built in. So if you look at it, right in the backpack here, you have a tube. That on the very horrible circumstance that you would find yourself buried in an avalanche, or if you're skiing in terrain where there would be an avalanche, you put this tube in your mouth, and it basically extends the amount of time that you could breathe under the snow by about 200-300%. It takes a 10-minute burial to about a 30 to 45-minute burial, which realistically just gives your friends times to get you out.
Yeah.
So, that's something that, you can get those in backpacks, or you can get an Avalon as a sling to wear with a separate backpack. And then what you'll find with the winter packs that we use is they all are going to have this quick access pocket on the outside.
Perfect.
So that on the off chance that you need to use it quickly,
easy access.
You sit it down, bam, there's your shovel. This is a quick deploy shovel from Black Diamond, which just immediately pulls out, and then you're digging. And then your probe, So the beacon, the probe, the shovel, and then obviously somewhere to carry it are, kind of the mandatory gear.
Yeah.
You start getting into things like the Avalon that allow that breathing under the snow. And then the next pack that we'll show you as well have some, functions that, go a little bit beyond. They add a little bit of price, but it's just that extra level of safety.
Exactly.
So here we have a float pack from BCA. These went from, I guess, relative obscurity to all over CNN, YouTube, and the national news in like the last month.
I know, totally.
So, for a lot of reasons that, are pretty scary, people wearing these things and getting caught in slides, and they're not infallible and they're not 100%, but they certainly are in the high 90%. And the whole idea is that this backpack has an airbag that literally deploys up around you, and it makes you have a larger volume.
Float to the surface a little bit.
Basically, and it's not a buoyancy thing as much as it just makes your overall volume of your whole person larger, which makes it harder for that snow to suck you under.
Yeah, exactly.
These come at a price. This is the smallest pack. This is a Float 18. This is $685, and they range. They have a 30 liter pack, they have a 36 liter pack, and they range up to about $785.
Wow!
And I'll tell you right now, the amazing thing is they're getting hard to get.
Really?
Yeah. So we're selling them faster than the supply can replenish at this point in time.
That definitely is saying something, especially for the conditions.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it obviously has to do with the press. I mean, the biggest thing that we like to convey to people is this gear is outstanding, and you really need to have the beacon, probe, shovel to go in the backcountry. you just want to make sure you're not making a decision because you have an Avalon or because you have a backpack that would be any different than the decision you would make if you didn't have it.
Exactly.
So that's where we really want to make sure that we're conveying that message. You know, it's dangerous out there right now, and you need to be safe.
Yeah.
So,
well, and it's perfect because you and your rest of the staff, you guys are kind of backcountry experts. So for people that are looking to maybe get into it a little bit more, but they don't know what they need to have when they go out there, you suggest coming in and probably just sitting down and talking.
Absolutely, and that's the best way to do it, is just kind of feel out that consumer, whether they're buying it for themselves or somebody else. You know, how often they're going to use it, what level of degree they're going to use it. You know, are they a patroller, or are they, you know, someone that's going to be out in the backcountry twice a year for hut trips? You know, kind of drives, you know, we're not going to try and oversell them. We want to get them something that they can use. So.
Perfect. And then just to remind people, you guys do have 2 locations. Just let people know where those are.
That's correct. We have a location in Dillon at 701 Anemone Trail, which is right next to the Red Mountain Grill. We have a location right on Main Street in Frisco, which is 400 East Main, right at the corner of 4th and Main.
Perfect.
Downtown.
Awesome. So this is obviously gear that is for the backcountry enthusiast. You want to make sure you are always staying safe when you're back there, especially this season. We can't stress it enough. So if you're looking to get some gear to keep you safe in the backcountry, Wilderness Sports is definitely the place to go. So thanks, Scott, for showing us all this. This is fun. We're going to take a quick break here on Summit Sunbys, but we're still giving away those Columbia gloves. That's when we return.